Horror games, you love them, I love them. It has been staple genre since the early days of video games. It usually reflects the personality of the creator, like for example, a game depicting the horrors of gambling addiction and abuse. Well, we have that in Peekaboo Stop by Joy Creative. The game is so accurately close to Indonesians because online gambling has been a major problem and side hustle to earn a quick money. But when in reality, the house is always wins. Of course, the government can eliminate the problem, but unfortunately, they were part of the rabbit hole itself, so that's another topic. Another example is the rise of sentient AI in Simulacra by Kagan Games. What makes it so uncanny is we have already witnessed this before through Twitch or Grok. Yes, we have seen the creator of Grok capable of lobotomizing the AI by feeding unfiltered data daily. Conflict in literature is a prism to explain the major events, usually characters versus something. Well, in this case, Peekaboo Stop align with a man versus self, while Simulacra is putting to a man versus technology. But what if I told you there was a game retelling the conflict between man or reality? Well, at least that's what I thought with I Nima. In short, I Nima is a game depicting the struggles of a mother comprehending her child, or so she was, after she infused her with a parasite. But in simpler terms, this game depicts what the main quest of Baldur's Gate 3 is.
Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind.
I Nima is a psychological horror game directed by Malaysian creator Jeremy Ho along with his brother Alvin Ho. The story follows Nima Lee being interrogated by Annabelle Lee, or Nima's mom. Anna asks multiple questions to verify if this is real Nima or not, but in truth, Nima is already part of Anna's experiment to understand what the parasite is capable of by inhibits through your brain. The gameplay focuses on combining words with thousands of outcomes. It can be good or bad results.
Kill all your friends.
Before we get to the story, I just want to say this was made before the game was released and I played the demo only. So if any of my theories are wrong, then sorry, I guess. So let me start from the beginning.
Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. The perfect undulating prison for you to span eternity. An irritating, yet familiar voice scratches at your brain, and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure.
It worked? Nima? Is that you?
Across the room, you gaze a tall, slender, long-haired being staring back at you. The person stares at you lifelessly. No signs of happy or shock other than joy seeing Nima wakes up. You realize that the person is not just a nameless weirdo. She is your mother. Her name is
Mom? What's going on?
Thank God, I thought I lost you.
Lost me?
Let me bring you some food first. You must be starving.
Nima is confused, not because she was tied in chair, but because why did Anna has to say that to her? She felt speechless, yet she still showed her blank face. Anna seems had a pink slips moment, but she dismissed it by offering Nima a food instead. Anna exits the basement to prepare her cooking. At the same time, Nima's thought slipped out. You hear something from your mind. It feels like you are hallucinating, but this isn't just your ordinary schizophrenia episode. There may be something in your brain, but you just not know it yet. It's unknown how long Anna has been preparing the food, as the concept of time does not exist in your head. Soon after, Anna brings a sopping wet bowl of slop You stare at the food, but you don't understand what are you even looking at. Your mother begins to untie your hands from the chair and she offers a small spoon so you can eat the food. Parasite squirms with hate towards Anna before Nima can eat. Then Anna asks something about the food. Turns out that bowl of wet slop is actually a congee. After eating a spoonful of congee, you felt the food doesn't belong to even ethical standards. You repels the food, to which Anna felt guilty about it, probably because she can't even cook a proper meal.
I'm sorry, Mom. I can't eat this.
Well, you have to eat something.
Can we order takeout?
You know what? I have some Burgess Burger coupon upstairs. I've been saving them for a special occasion.
Anna doesn't like eating or even giving fast food to her child. To this information, we know that Nima hates her mother's cooking because she can't cook. But either way, that makes you wonder, is there something else she is hiding? The game then picks up various words that you can choose for the outcome. At the end of the day, the real outcome is by choosing pain. It seems pain works mentally here, as Anna shivers because you should not use that words ever again to your mom. She felt guilty. You can clearly tell her by her dialogue. At the moment, you also receive a memory that your mom is holding your hand. It's strange to remember because you don't seem to experience any of this before, yet your memory seems to remember it somehow. Anna stood herself for the last time, then prioritized on asking another topic instead. The final topic or question is up to players to decide. No matter what the keyword is, you're going to feel sleepy, as if your internet cable just plugged out. Within that moment, your mom unties the chair and picks you up to bring to your room. You recall that you were in the basement, but now you are in the comfortable bed, as in you were just waking up from your nightmare. The room itself contains massive lore implication. First of all, we know that Nima is a good swimmer and she is very fond of the, how do you call this one? Cambrian era? It's only a question to how did she even drown in the first place? Because she is a good swimmer, by the way. Second, we know the parasite inhabits her brain is called Marella splendens. Except that in real life, there's no evidence that the arthropod is a parasite. But they live a long life since the Cambrian era, or the era of the beginning. Most of all, Nima is only close to her father. Her father is a paleontologist researcher, similar to Anna, but what makes it different is that Anna is the one who is very obsessed with paleontology to understand the beginning of life. There is also a locked object like the locker and the bedroom. Nevertheless, your only choice is to farm all those funny words, then knock the door to call your mother. The final sequence of the demo is when you knock the door. Without getting too much details, it's simply just a sequence where you have to confess if Nima knew about the fossil or not. For context, the fossil is the one that Nima gave to her mother. The outcome can be either a nostalgic trip of how you got the rock or a whole freaking essay describing what the Cambrian era is. To be honest, a kid understanding paleontology topic is either an alien or insane level of knowledge. Nima had a little bit of crash out because she doesn't understand why she kept in a prison called house. The word stabbed Anna in the back, making her infuriated. The parasite also squirms, begging Nima to not spouting more argument because it makes things worse. And in a final ditch, Anna drags Nima to her room and quietly sedated her in her sleep. The final scene of the demo shows Nima woke up in the middle of the night with her mom holding some kind of screwdriver to lobotomize her daughter, if you know what I mean. She even made a remark that it seems that the dosage of the anesthesia has worn off. She promised to be gentle to lobotomize her. The demo ends in a loop. I Nima is quite a roller coaster of a ride despite we're only talking about the demo of the game. There are so many to unpack here, but most importantly, is Nima a real person? Or is it just the thing in a costume? We start the beginning of the story first, so let me explain. Annabelle Lee is a paleontologist from Canada. She has an obsession and also passion in researching life of the geologic past, specifically aquatic life. Her research is also assisted by another scientist, and together they study and try to understand the life of aquatic past. Till finally, the two embrace together and married, not as just co-workers, but as destined partners. Nima was born sometime later. It is fact that Nima always clings to her father. She saw Anna as someone who focused on her research instead, and unlike her mom, the father treats her kindly and even invites her to visit aquarium. The memories become more wholesome as the father gave Nima a little fish. She named the fish James Bond. Even though she doesn't have a good relationship with her mom, she tries her best to help Anna by cleaning her lab and prepare the food just because Anna can't cook. One day, the family went for a trip to Kicking Horse River. While playing in the river, Nima stumbled upon a strange rock with a fossil in it. She decided to give the fossil to Anna. It made her overjoyed. The fossil turns out to be an arthropod called Marilla splendens, and the fossil itself became Anna's obsession. She used her time to focus on her research. The research concludes that the thing is able to act as a parasite controlling the host. As a morally gray scientist, Anna decided to test this theory by using James Bond by letting the parasite inhibit the fish. But unfortunately, the fish did not survive and died. The fish was Nima's favorite, and we can see this based on her shirt design from the official artworks. Nima was able to withstand Anna's obsession, but it wasn't until her father passed away. It leaves the family in ruins. Anna felt her heart shatters and her family is in shambles. But to cope it all away, Anna decided to waste her time more to further research the parasite. Now, this is where the theory comes in. Anna's second test subject is an unknown corpse, presumably the father. She lets the parasite squirm, but it failed miserably because the corpse has been decayed over a period of days. We can assume this from the first cutscene, so putting the line together means Anna dug out the body out of the grave. Anna's obsession got better of Nima as she killed her through lobotomy. Her obsession turned into understanding rebirth of someone you love through parasite hosting the body. The experiment goes success, but Nima can only remember the bad memory she had from her mom. Going back to the experiment, she felt guilty for doing this over time, but she truly wants to understand the parasite and she doesn't want to lose Nima for the rest of her life. As for Nima, we don't know the exact numbers how many times she died, but we do know from the combined words that Nima is a paradox. He shouldn't be exist, but insisted by someone who doesn't have the authority to. It leads to Anna kept stabbing Nima multiple times, leaving Nima's body in ruins, also her memory in scramble. The host wakes up again with no memory, but despite of this, the parasite still retains all the memories, even for complex topics. We can see the example of this with the Cambrian era dialogue. Nima remembered Anna stabbing her and the shark plushie her father gave to Nima. So, am I Nima? No, you are not. Nima is already a husk of her former self. She has been long gone and only the parasite is the one controlling her, thinking of her, and it's already begin to harvest Nima's memory and habit as well. At the end of the day, Nima is stuck in a spiral. To quote from Alan Wake,
"Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story."
she can still be free from the spiral, but we can only find our way through the darkness. In this case, break out from the prison and run away from the dark. I Nima is one of those horror games with captivating aquatic theme. We can see this by the fossil, Anna's job, and Nima's room decorated with fishes and stuff. The game is clearly not to the Thing or body horror genre, but in less disturbing side of it. At the time of this video, the game is still in development, but they were able to secure funding from Outer Slot. Also, some of my theory may be incorrect, but I'm still eager waiting for the game in the future. It's such an interesting concept to see for a game directed by Malaysian game developer.